Everybody, everybody, and here to this July 20th, 2021. A pleasant welcome to the program, Crossfire. Welcome to the program Crossfire. Crossfire is a 2-hour program that comes away every day, Mondays to Fridays, at about 4 to 6 p.m. On the program Crossfire, we examine it, this is the examination hall of politics, be a political issue, environmental. So on the program today, we have so many things to talk about on the first segment. Now we're going to take us to 4 to 5. From 5 to 6, we have a guest. And 5 to 6, our guests are expected to be the folks from the Team for Liberian Children Youth. And that is an organization based in the US and that of in Liberia. So come up by 5 to 6, Mr. Van Daniel Anderson, who is the executive director and founder of this organization, will be my guest. Alongside with Mr. Emmanuel George Sapolusha. He's the board chair for the USA. He also will be my guest coming up by 5. Like I say, on this platform, we take away perception. We go for facts, not storytelling. On this platform, we discuss the issue and forget about the personality. So welcome on the first segment. Yet our talking point. The House of Representatives have finally lifted the suspension of Moswara County District 10 lawmaker Yega Koluba. Wow. Okay, we're going to give you a detail of this story come up in the edition. It's a following not talking point the following weeks of being in possession of his 7,500 USD. Authorities at the Ministry of Health returned Senator Dillon's donated money. I don't think there's a good news for our health sector, but we're going to discuss that in a time. The Ministry of Health have returned the money that they don't give us, they don't give to the health sector. That is the most county team, health team. What for? What purple? We're going to tell you come up in this segment. Going forth, NEC is the National Election Commission. NEC Board of Commissions reaffirmed the ruling of 8 hearing officers, declaring CPP candidates Simon Taylor of Grand Caymon County winner of the just ended December 8, 2020 election, special territory election. Since Nico Avinka Singh, the Coast Guard is here to rescue or recover those other 15 passengers that were on board. This ship sank sometime last week about this on Saturday. According to the report we got from Maritime Affairs and that of the Navy Sea of Liberia or the Coast Guard, they was able to rescue 11 survivors. 11 survivors. There are 15 or more, and they are yet to rescue. So that means since Saturday, Sunday morning, Tuesday. Wow. If they be alive, then they have to be God. But then we're going to give you detail of this story come up. We're going to give you the names of those that they recovered. The 11 person, we're going to give you the names. And also on coronavirus, we have the total cases of 5,396. We have 5,396 coronavirus cases since coronavirus entered Liberia. Sometime in March 2019, yes. So of the 5,396, we have 2,533 confirmed cases. And of yesterday up to now, if you have not yet released any new or any updated report. So we have 15 new cases as of yesterday and now. So MPO is yet to release. MPO is the National Public Health Institute of Liberia. They are yet to release an updated report. But until then, my name is Samuel Prosper Divine Kamara. Let's enjoy a few part of our things when I come back. We're going to go straight into our program. Everybody, all of the things I did for you, you went and left my team. Now every twist is awesome now because you left the team. So why you want to eat it? No woman said to me. I told you when I win, we try to do it just like this. Do it, I do it, I do it, I do Yes, indeed, you eat and eat. Don't eat a mimi, like some of our lawmakers, some of our government officials want to eat all, they want to have all for themselves. But now, don't eat and mimi. Yes, when you eat, I also eat as well. So I found some there. Let's go to the program. Welcome to the program. There is Crossfire. If you're first time watching us, you can watch all through Brush FM TV, Brush TV. You can watch also on Send TV. And then if you're listening to us, you're listening to us on 94.7 Brush FM, come to you live from Liberia on the Somali ground. So welcome to the show Crossfire. On this program, we intellectualize the discussion. We intellectualize the discussion. So about 5 o'clock. So by 4:55, we're going to have our guest on our second segment. And our guests will be on for the second segment. So now, let's go into some of our talking points. And the House of Representatives has finally lifted the suspension of Mosfere County District 10 lawmaker in person of Representative Yeke Koluba. They have restored all his benefits and salaries. So Yeke Koluba, Representative Yeke Koluba has been suspended. He was suspended by the majority. Well, the first time they attempted, they didn't go by procedure, so they tried that out and came back, and then they have to suspend him. So now they have threatened to take the horse to court. Now, if not threatened, they have written a petition to the Supreme Court, praying the Supreme Court to look into his suspension. According to Yeka Koluba, according to him, the time of his suspension had elapsed. So last week, the Supreme Court invited a horse, the House of Representatives. So when they were invited, the horse asked for time, right? The horse asked for time to put some pieces together or information together, then they can come back, or to the Supreme Court. So now, in the process of doing that, they want to go back to the court, but instead of going back to the court now, they have decided to lift the suspension of Honorable Yeka Koluba. So was Honorable Yeka Koluba right? Was some procedural errors? with their own rules, own guidance. Because if they are to they were to go to the court and have a conference and then coming back now and lifting up the suspension of Yeke Koluba, then it means that Yeke Koluba was right. By saying his suspension times has elapsed. So I can say it is a good thing, but it is good on Weka Koruba again. They say you got a problem when go is go and sing no more. The house of legislature, the legislature is the house of our elders. It's a house of responsible people. That place is not a place of battleground. It's not a place of going fighting. It's using abusive language. He was suspended by it. By the complaint by Moscow County Senate Representative, Tumafara, 35, Tumafara, who filed complaining that he was also in the habit of causing, the president of the Republic of Liberia. He was in the habit of denigrating the presidency. So for that reason, he asked his colleagues, to have Honorable Koluba suspended according to the rules. So he was suspended, and now they have come up again to lift up his suspension. This is welcoming as well. So we pray that on the way won't cause some will say it won't cause much trouble in the house. So he go there to make law for the people. We yet to see a bill being sponsored by Yeka Koluba. You have to see a bill be pushed, or introduced by Yeka Koluba. But then don't just at times what he saying is good, it's good. But the manner in which at times it is said, yes, it is said. So we hope you go there and make the necessary adjustment. But again, if the man is who he is, maybe he couldn't he cannot change from the kind of person he is. Someone say he's vocal, someone say he's tough talking, but there's a way in which you do a tough talking. So his suspension has been lifted, so his salary has been restored, his benefit has been restored. But something about this, because there's each of the 30,000, they got called by. So the man on the 30,000 is just waiting for him. Yeah. And we call on the 30,000 just waiting for him because he was suspended when the issue of the 30,000 came about when it was disbursed. But then he was suspended. So he is going to receive his 30,000 United States dollars. 30,000. So it's just waiting for him. With the way they have reinstated him or instated him to his position as lawmaker, his 30,000 United States dollars. It's not small money this time, times 30 and 100. So, it's a huge money. Times the lawmakers, 30,000 times the lawmakers, So the Liberia has just given a huge portion of some of the money of the country, millions of dollars, to just a group, in the name of district development fund or legislative project or engagement project, whatever. So you just calculate 30,000, 30 and 30, so 30 senators, right? We know that now the senators have taken seat. So some have not yet taken a seat prior to December 8th election. Some have not yet, taken a seat. Some are in court, some are yet to be in court. So there is a whole thing of December 8th election. So when they take the seat, definitely they will receive that 30,000 because the money was it was legislated, right? It was legislated. So once you take the seat, this amount of money for this county, this one for the district, this for the district, this for the district. So once the lawmaker of that district is asking of that county or that county is asking, when he or she takes seat, definitely he or she would receive his or her benefit or whatsoever he or she is entitled to. So now, now, I think we hope to see him in session Thursday. Thursday, we hope to see some of the reaction from on Rebecca Colover on Thursday. Now, there's another troubling news, but let's take this before we go to the troubling news. Okay, next Board of Commission reaffirms the ruling of its hearing officer Anthony Fumba Soiree, declaring CPP candidates Cemetery of Grand Kilmore County the winner of December 8, 2020 special senatorial election. So they have reaffirmed, because when NEC announced Cemetery as the winner of the just ended December 8th election, then since December 8th, we have won months. Some people have not taken a seat. Some counties are vacant. The seats are vacant. So when we announced, Cemetery of the CPP was announced winner of the December 8th senatorial special election in Grand Kilmore County, Victor Wising of the CDC felt disenchanted. So what did he do? He went to the magistrate. And the magistrate ruled in favor of Cemetery. Then he ran to the NEC hearing officer, who is Anthony Soiree, Fumba Soiree. When he went to Soiree, the hearing officer of NEC, the hearing officer also ruled in favor of Cemetery. Then one of the next, if the magistrate rule against you, if the hearing officer rule against you, you still have two more places to go, or one. And one of the major places you have to go is the Board of Commission. Now, the Board of Commission is the final arbiter of NEC, right? So if you pass the magistrate, it passes the hearing officer, it comes to the board. Now that's end NEC. So the Board of Commission also reaffirmed that the ruling of the hearing officer. They have reaffirmed the ruling of the hearing officer. Say, oh no, Victor Wising, we have not seen the evidence. The things you are saying is not proving. The things you have said is not proving. So we threw the case out, and Cemetery have won. So they reaffirmed that Cemetery have won the case. So they reaffirmed that. So what are the issues that Victor Wising took to NEC? What are some of the points NEC raised? NEC say these points are not genuine. The evidence of these points, there's no evidence to this, So let's see some of this is in the ruling, in the Board of Commission ruling, whereby Commission Councillor Ernestine Morgan Award, the administrative court said the complainant Victor Wising failed to prove, right? Victor Wising failed to prove the allegations of double registration. Now, one of the allegations Victor Wising talks about was about the issue of double registration and voting. So people were voting double, as he claimed. People were registering double. So he claimed that double registration and voting. He also claimed pre-marked ballots. It's according to him that were ballots that were pre-marked in favor of Cemetery, which means pre-marked balloting, and then there were correction in front of Cemetery. So that was one of the claims. So another one could be the stopping of his party agents mocks of Cemetery, now stopping of his party agents. We mean those are from his camp, or those are from his camp, or those are from his camp, was stopped by Cemetery, maybe surrogates, Cemetery supporters who support Cemetery, was stopped. His agent, his party agents was stopped, by what mobs back then. I mean, there was a serious fighting sometime in Grand Bazaar that led to property discussion. Cars got burned in cars, home, you know. So that one of his complaints, and so another one is that they stopped some of his party agents for entering into the voting center during the day of voting. Some of his party stewards, some of his supporters were stopped, for entering the voting house. And also he talked one of the complaint of frauding with me, faking signatures of his party agents, on the record of the count. After the count is done, and then the viewer party agents, those who with the higher three numbers, yeah, the higher three numbers will come and sign. Yeah, according to him, say some of the count sheet or the record sheet was a agent signature was fake, was fraud, right? So you say, no, my agent senator was first, and what I see now. The Board of Commission is saying all of what you have said, all of what you have complained, and there's no evidence. You fail to produce the evidence we wanted to substantiate your claim, to prove that you are right of what you're saying. So the Board of Commission say, okay, we can take it in. There's no proof. They didn't come with any evidence. They're talking. So we reaffirm and announce Cemetery as the winner of that county. And right away, the Department of Certification were ordered to carry on the process of certificating Cemetery. So maybe the certification will be announced later. Will be announced, later by the that committee or that board. So now the lawyer of Siemens, sorry, Peter Weissing, have run to the Supreme Court. Councillor Sheikh Salibu Sisi, have announced an appeal to the Supreme Court. So now the next place, if not satisfied with the Board of Commission ruling, what do you run? You run to the Supreme Court of Liberia. So now he accepted the ruling, but now announce an appeal. Say, okay, I'm going for appeal to the Supreme Court of Liberia. So yeah, so that's it right there. Take appeal, and then he ran to the Supreme Court. Yes, indeed, he ran to the Supreme Court of Liberia. So now we want to see the outcome of that. We want to see the outcome of that. We hope to see the outcome of that, ruling. What will the Supreme Court rule? Now is Victor Rising against the National Election Commission at the Supreme Court. So we want to see how that play out. What will become of a ruling with the Supreme Court? Will the Supreme Court reaffirm the next decision, or will the Supreme Court say no? There was a far playing neck ruling. Yes, it will. So we want to see how it plays there now. So another story we're going to look at here. We're going to open the phone line very shortly for you to call. But we'll lay our point here strictly for you to open the phone lines for you to call. Because about 5, we'll be taking the organization that in the business of helping Liberian children. It's called Change for Liberian Children and Youth. So there will be our guest, the executive director, of that group, the founder, the board of the chair of that committee in America also will join us, and also the secretary of the USA, Brent, will also join us. So come about 5 now. But there's another issue here. Another harmful news we all heard on Saturday. On Saturday, we witnessed, or we heard that a boat or a ship, whatever you may call it, capsized or sink, and it took the life of more than 26 people. More than 26 people. Sorry, more than 26 people on board, right? and now we yet to see 15 or more, because the Coast Guard, the AFL, thanks to them, were able to rescue Navy, what they rescue about 11 of those are crew members, passengers. 11 of them were able to be rescued. 9 of those people that went on that or a boat at that boat, 9 of them was workers of WAG. Oh yes, and that's so pathetic. They went they were going to Maryland County to administer the test. This week, I think that today should be the test. Yeah, today should be the administration of wine, but they have canceled. WAG have come on to cancel all other tests. What a wise WAG, and then they are postponed for time definite. So I think they are not on. I may say money, okay, whatever it is, but we were yet to receive, or they are yet to rescue or recover these 15 or more people. These 15 or more people, they are yet to rescue them or recover them. The 14 or 15, 15 or more people, right? So we hope to see, but I don't think my mind. I don't think my sense started. I just hope what I'm thinking is not true. Since Saturday, if they cannot be found, Sunday they cannot be found, Monday they can be as well, and today is Tuesday. No news yet from Maritime, no news yet from the Coast Guard of our country. Then that means I don't know why. I don't want to believe what I'm thinking, because if someone if or shake sinks since started all the night, I've done rescue more than 15 persons. There's something wrong somewhere. I think it is. But according to the maritime boss, Eugene Nawe, have increased the border patrol. They are patrolling the other. They brought on some diver, some swimmer, local swimmers. Some the Navy, the Coast Guard has increased the manpower to swim. Asylum Metal also sent some boats towards to also beef up the system, the manpower, to see what they can all recover or rescue. I don't know. I don't know what is rescue now or recover. So if they are rescuing somebody, might be alive, but that person will be alive. So I don't know why they're recovering the bodies or rescue. I don't know what it is, but I just hope they are not there, because these people left Liberia, went to administer the test in Maryland County. Why send them in order business people on the ship. This ship, not the cost of the ship's sinking is yet to be unknown. The unknown rather, but the Maritime Affairs had launched an investigation. But a footage we saw, I think a 2 minutes or 3 minute footage. I don't know. Someone was just videotaping the police that were leaving ahead of them. We see that footage. You will know that when the ship was picking up, we were trying to tell you. The ship is old. The ship is not water worthy. No, the ship is not. You see the 2 minute plus footage. You see that the video, the person on the telling, oh yeah, where you from? We're coming. We're coming tomorrow. So the other crew, the other member of why were going from, I believe so. Then why the other will tell their friend, we behind you tomorrow, we're coming in the other or ship or whatsoever. And for that boat or ship to even turn around and say to go to move, it was even giving a hard time. And we hear in the recording, the guy said he was putting the goods. The ship is now waterworthy. Then I believe it was overload, because the guys talk about cement, carrying cement to Maryland, enough cement in the car. They have enough this one, that one. I just hope to bring an excerpt of that video. I hope to get it quicker. We don't have time now in our favor. Gotta open the phone line. But if I have the time, I'm gonna bring it. Just play it for like 2 minutes. You get a guy talking about, that they carry enough cement, enough this rice, the rice going, enough rice, enough cement. So the ship also was loaded. overloaded. But we are yet to establish the cause of the ship to sink. We're yet to establish the cause of the ship to sink. What caused the ship to sink? But according to the Maritime said this ship has been asked not to plow the water of Liberia because of why it has some technical issue. This ship also will discover that this ship also lesson has expired. And this ship is the only Liberian ship that was built here. Only Liberian ship that both of that were built in Liberia. That the first Liberian ship that was built in Liberia. That ship was launched 2018 in this country. 2018 in this country. Very recently. 2018 in this country, that ship was launched to get on our waterways. But if you see the ship, you know strictly that that ship is not over. So here are some of here are the survivors or the one can I say survivors, or how can I say? For now, they are survivors. I don't know what the other people whether are they alive or not, but survival we have now. So the names of 11 people, who were Coast Guard and other support crew, have been released. So here are the names of them that were released. Those who if you have your family member on a boat, people the names, you could just listen to me. If you don't hear the name with me, they are not yet uh, been rescued. So we have Jemama Kama. She was rescued. She has survived. And before I go for the names, they were taken strictly to the JFK Medical Center when they reached in town. So thanks to the Liberian the armed forces of Liberia when the Coast Guard who speedily went to Marshall between Marshall and Buchanan there to save their lives. The distance from here to go down is not easy. And the Coast Guard don't have that much boat, so they have to call to our Salamenta to help to assist with two other boats to do the help. But thanks to the Coast Guard of Liberia who helped in a weak way to rescue these 11 people that is saw. So among them Jemama Kama, Raymond C. Young first, Joe F. Dennis, Joe F. Dennis Jr., Lawrence Kofa, Jacob Matthew, and Jerry Guiri. Others include Sensi Kawa, Lawrence Colley, Peter Flumo, Captain Jack, and Jean Fingu. So there's a Chinese name. Chinese. So it's a Liberian partnership with Chinese, that have this ship. So these are the names, that were rescued. 11 names. So the captain was rescued. The captain was rescued along with, I think, the Jean from Chin Fyungu was one of the, I think, one of the crewmen. So they only make reference of one person, so which is Mr. Raymond C. Young. Say he was a former teacher of the Firestone school system and the staff of West African Examination Council. So there were 9 West African Examination Council staff on a ship, right? And they are in a measurement of 1. So 8, I believe 8 are among the 15 or more persons that are yet to be found or that are yet to be discovered, right? So that's it. That's the names there. The name there, but this is a sad news for our country. The sad news for our country. I don't know what will be responsible for that. Whether we even got a news. I got a source information that from my phone. Source that even that ship. I just don't want to believe that even that ship is not insured. Are you kidding me? I asked my source. You really mean what you saying? That ship is not insured? He was be kidding me. Let life for joke. 'Cause you say you playing with human being lives. You know, it's true, but I argue with my soul. Something my soul told me I believe. Something you told me I didn't. I just can't believe that. He said, I'm telling you, we in the system. I know I'm talking about. I said, wow, this can be. He said, even the lesson was revoked, lesson expired. There was a renewal lesson. So authorized them to carry goods. And one thing, when they were starting that, when they were launching that ship, the information from the government angle of maritime touring, you are not allowed to carry passengers. You're only allowed to carry goods. Do not carry passengers. Only goods. You know, if you see the ship, you know, script that is a goose ship or whatever we may call it, a goose ship. You will see just a little portion of the place, a little portion of the place where people stand or sit. But you know, majority of the space of that ship is occupied by goods. You see it. Just a little plate. So there was all another carry goods. So now who's to be blamed? I mean, even if you find the owner of that ship, it cannot bring back the life of those that lost. It's so sorrowful. We're talking to the family as just how the wife, the boss, you know, he promised to meet the families of I think it's 8 more workers of the workers that you know that are yet to be seen. It's a Saturday. That morning, Sunday morning, Monday, let's say Monday morning. If on white, I learned that I was packed these family, loved ones, the sisters, brothers, mother, fathers went to work and people were crying, and even the bossman or white boss, was himself was very in tears. According to him, they have 3 options, and the point thinking why they didn't carry the materials by air. He said they have 3 options, options in transporting the material. The first option on the mind was the issue of a ship. There's a NRK or something. I've just forgotten the name. He talked with them, and at the time meeting, they said all of the pilots were down with COVID. I don't know how true it. He said all of them, he said the company told him that all of the pilots were down with COVID-19. So then he said the second option was to go by road, and definitely at this time, listen, you don't dare go by road in the southeastern. The southeastern is cut. Southeastern is cut. So car not going on. Look at the time. They left on your Saturday, and then I think today they should have started administering the test. So if you are going by road on Saturday, by now you won't reach. So the next option, the third option was to go by the ship, and I think the only available ship was that ship that caused that incident, the accident. So you see that these are the options. Whether he's speaking his mind or he's speaking true, we don't know because it happened so poor. I'm blaming them when he go by air. Things for Ome yeah. Ome used to LA whack, materials to the hinterlands, to the rural areas. All the government officials we hope as it come, we will let you know. I hope when it come up, we will let you know. Let's take our last story, then we open the phone lines for you to call in, have your say on these topics we are talking about. Then at 5 we go to our guest. So the last one is I don't really think they put aside politics. After Senator Darrell Dillon's, the 15,000 was given to all lawmakers, and Senator Darrell Dillon after he received his, and people begin to question his integrity. He decided to take out 7,500 from the 15,000 to give it to the most of the county health team for the fight over coronavirus, for the fight against coronavirus, right? And the money we receive by Dr. Yata Wapo, she is the county health, she's the head of most of the county health team. So she received the money to the office. Directly, directly want to deliver the money to the head office, and that thing spark up, debate around the country. People were talking about it, and the money spent 1 week, 2 weeks, spent some weeks in the hands of of the county health team. But then at the final analysis today, they decided to turn over. Kidding me? They decided to give back the 7,000 to Senator Dillon, and the 7,500 was turned over to Senator Dillon. Let leave politics aside. Don't have the reason. We're going to read the letter written to Dr. Wapo from Bodomina Jara, the Minister of Health. What she told when Dr. Wapo, the lady. But at this time, what we try to buy, we try to acquire vaccines. Vaccines normally when the country as we speak. Vaccine filling was announced by the chief medical officer of Liberia. No vaccine. We need other things to fight this coronavirus. Then money was given to you, the health team. Then the Minister of Health asked to take it back to the team. But they have their own reason, I guess, but that reason might not be enough. Let's forget about politics. I think that 7,500 can contribute towards purchasing more vaccines, can contribute towards other health sector. Yes, but the Senator Dillon office staff received the money, and he applaud Dr. Wapo. And they said they're going to use the money for the same purpose, but for at a different level. Maybe at a smaller clinics and other things. Yeah. That can be done. Like he did to the EW hospital, kept some oxygen. So don't forget politics. Should just be happening. So let read a little from Tata William Jara to to Dr. Wapo. It says, "Dear Dr. Wapo, I send my warm greetings and write to appreciate the work you and your team are doing in Moscow County, the hotspot for COVID-19. As a medical professional myself, I totally understand the gravity of what we are dealing with as a nation and world. In our incident management system, which is IMS, meeting here on Saturday, June 19, 2021, you reported that Moswale County Senator Darius Dillon donated USD 7,500 to the Moswale County Health Team in support of the fight against COVID-19. While the IMS appreciates Senator Dillon's kind gesture, the IMS, however, wishes to inform you that she cannot accept such a donation from the senator or any other legislator at the time of the ongoing pandemic and uh, public outcry concerning the source and the exact purpose of the money. So I think there's the point. They say they cannot hold the money because there are public outcry, about the money. But the public outcry is let the money be used to fight coronavirus, right? So that in quickly, we are we are aware of members of the national legislature receiving 15,000 United States dollars for a purpose not clearly defined. We therefore firmly encourage the senator to consider other priorities rather than dragging the IMS into this 15,000 controversy. The IMS notes that she received donation from private individuals and organizations. However, in this case, the IMS is conscious of the sources of the resources and its challenges. Can it therefore return the senator said donation until further clarification? Until further clarification. Notwithstanding, the IMS looks forward to the supplementary budget allocation from the Honorable Legislature to enhance our fight against the dirty disease. We look forward to working with every single Liberian interested in the fight of COVID, the fight against COVID-19. Thank you for your understanding and support. If you have any queries, please do not hesitate to reach my office. Sincerely yours, Wilhelmina S. Jara, MD, MPH, CHES, PFCF, FWACP, Minister, and RMS Chair, National COVID-19 Incident Management System. Now, the thing, now you're asking for one. So the system support, you say you have the potential support there. You should also pass it, but now you are refusing money. That's the focus now. No time we're about to go to our second segment here. What do you make of these stories? We following. What do you make of these stories? We are following. The hosts have finally lifted the Yeke Kuluba suspension. Senator Darrell didn't the money given to most of the county health team has been returned to him. The health team has returned such money. NEC have reaffirmed the giving officer decision or ruling to announce Simon Taylor as the. We also talk about the ship that sank, during the week, during the course of the week last week. So talk about COVID-19 as well. Wear your masks, observe the protocols. Remember that there are funds in place. If you are just on the street with a mask, you will pay $1,000. It is 1,000, but we're hearing people that the police or MC security is charging 1,500. Not your one. It's not what your boss said. Your boss said 1,000 for a surveillance or whosoever that will walk on the street with a nose mask. When they arrest them, they pay 1,000. If any businesses that will violate the protocol, health protocol, will also pay 1,500 United States dollars, 1,500 USD. That's what will pay. Initially it was $200 for the same way was small. So more businesses were violating now because it was 200 when they violated, they will pay the money. So they were violating. So they decided to amend it to 1,500. Let me see. Who would have got 1,500 just pay that kind of way, For it was 200, they have so many businesses were almost 25 to 10 businesses were closed during that week. But they pay $200 and they free them. But are there now? 1,500 for businesses. So now let's take us 0776 360 0776 360 or 0886 585392. 0886 585392 are the numbers to call and be live on the show. Yes, yeah, what is okay? Let's take our first caller on the okay. Oh, we lost that caller. And then we are okay. I think keep a calls coming on that. Let's take a few calls until our time to take our guest 0776 360979 0776 360979. Let's take this person on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. Anybody calling from?
Okay, this is Brock FM.
Yes. But this is Brock FM. Anybody calling from?
Okay, this is Marcy calling from Flower Town this evening.
Let's hear you, Marcy.
Let me say thank you for your analysis. But my thing is, I want to say I'm interested in the ship issue.
The what?
I'm interested in the ship.
Okay, ship. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not interested in that. The Lord issue giving the people. I'm not interested in that one. What I want to say is to the minister, he told our people Latin this. He told the people that they ship in that breaking store the people go to the government. And we were parking our own ship. They were not flying the water. They want to run the chicken out to take castle and take him out to go.
That's the question, my dear. Who asks this question? What's the question?
The people, if you give me a piece of chocolate, they don't do it. They will not do it all place. They will sit there and get what let me break. I had to say that chicken, they tie or something. It's very bad. People love that love. You know what I mean? They're coming for the community to come and relative. It's very wrong with the solo class, especially in this country. They will see all kinds of people, see all kinds of parties, making fun of who in the street. But here's the go to that man say, if you fall out, okay. For me, I'm not saying what I can't say. No people so money for people, so money for them. There's no way about it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's a serious allegation there. The people took money. So the marathon boss, you know, will be answering some of the questions. What give the person the territory to go evening?
Hello?
Your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm Mr. calling from Bonafan.
Nesse?
What that mean? I've been laying up by the radio. I never tell my brother, let's go to Canada, went to a wire. Oh, my brother,
your brother was among them?
Yeah. I'm going to work in a while. I'm going
Thank you so much. Wow, that's so emotional. One of our brothers was wife of, you know. The captain was rescued. Yes, he was rescued. The captain was rescued from that ship. You know, yeah. You know the government pack you. Then why take the risk? And why should I investigate? Why you're part of the government? You should investigate that thing before getting on board. Good evening.
Yeah.
Your name, where you calling from? Okay, we lost that 0776 360979 0776 360979. Let's take this person here on the line. Hello. What's happening? I'm just canceling the calls here. But we're going to have 7 minutes to go on the show. Take our next guest on the second segment. They are from the Change for Liberian Children and Youth. Okay, let's take this person here. Good evening.
Yeah.
Your name, where you calling from? What is your name? Hello? People are so emotional today on this program. As I said, coming on very shortly by 5, we're going to take on take few features of the Change for Liberian Children and Youth. Is a organization that in the business of helping people, helping children, you know, so sponsoring children to school, you know, in Liberia. They are based in America, but they have support here. They are supporting people here in Liberia. Good evening. What's happened to my lines? What happened to my lines? 0776. Let's try this other person here. Hello.
Hello.
Your name, where you calling from?
Hello.
You are live. Your name, where you calling from?
My name is Massacre.
Pedro Massacre. Yes, hear you.
Yeah.
What do you want to say? We lost that person. What has happened to my line? Yeah. So we 0776 360979 0776 360979 and 0886 58539. To take this question here. Good evening. Oh my God, something happening to my line here. Yes, I don't know what's happening. But we'll we're going to take out 2 more calls or 3 more calls, then we'll squeeze it in and go for a briefer. When we'll come back, we're going to take our guests. Okay. Hello.
Good evening.
Your name, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Chocolate City, Mohammed Kelvin.
Your name is?
Mohammed Kelvin.
Mohammed Kelvin, let's hear you.
The disaster at the sea I'm hearing is so scary. It's so scary. Why this guy put a PC without security check? It's so disastrous, brother.
Mm-hmm.
The mountain security, they didn't check it before they gave the license to put the drone and license in there.
They told us not to run, they told us not to run on the waterway. So I don't know what happened.
I'm so sad, man. I'm sorry for those that lost their lives. Yeah.
Okay, my brother.
Government have to really come in to see because you can't just come, you want to do business, they didn't check you, security check, and look at them now, no matter life with loss.
More than 15%.
Yeah, with loss, you see. I mean, the maritime security have to really scrutinize what happened to our maritime activity in Liberia. You didn't just leave everything for money conscience, you give money to people you want, people on board, you pack the whole boat like that. Look at this kind of thing. Okay, have a nice evening. I'm sorry for those that lost their lives.
All right, thank you, my brother. Thank you for calling. I said I'm sorry for that. So I know we can say now, unconfirmed, that these more than 15% have lost their lives. Yeah, seriously. Good evening. Good evening. Your name are calling from? What's happening there? So we're going to squeeze two more calls. Two more calls, then we'll wrap up here on the first segment. Talk about Weaver. When we'll come back, then we'll take our guest. But let's squeeze this person here. Hello.
Yeah, hello, ma.
Your name are calling from?
I'm speaking. I got my brother. They're working. Josie, we are the weapon wire. Josie, getting a weapon wire. My brother, that's the brother here.
Johnson, what? Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're so sorry. We're so sorry for that, my sister. We're sorry for that. We're going to take a break now to bring our guests. No, so myself, I'm too much. I'm full of emotional here. Yeah, I don't know what enthused them to go on the water. If Marathon said you cannot go, you lost on your 15 to 16% land. Just take it down, 100 people, and 8 of those that are working for WAEC, all those are business people. You have cement, enough rice. The ship is not good. Then you overload the ship, and then you go by business. You the captain know your ship that ship is not good. They pull back the ship. Marina said, don't ply the ship until you renew your lesson, until you work on your technical problem, because I believe Marina can inspect our ship when you pick up. They say, okay, you're now water to plow our waters. So what do you do? Pack until you settle your issue. Then why do you join the team? You didn't ask. According to the boss, he said he didn't know that Marathon packed the ship. He didn't know. This ship runs between Mossrada to Maryland and other servicing part of the country. Let's squeeze the last caller, go for our guest. Hello? Hello? Okay, that's it on the first segment of the program. Let's take a breather now. When I come back, we're going to take on our guests. Let's see. Let's see, we can take a brief for you now. Let's see what. Joshua, you come and help me here, please. Joshua. So we're going to take our guest in very shortly. Very shortly. Let me see what's happening here to our line. You see, okay. Okay, this is what we're looking for. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Everybody, yeah, but how much is it? Yeah, no problem. Look, I put a corner.
Live TV. Now you're talking now wrong because you don't be talking. You're moving now wrong. You three again? Well, Nora is not there.
All the things I did for you, you went and left my team. Now everything is awesome now because you left the team.
Daniel needs to unmute his mic.
No woman said to me, I told you when I will be where I will do it just again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Samuel. Yeah, okay. Oh.
Yes, indeed. Everybody wants to eat. You eat and eat. Don't eat and mean. This is our final segment of the program. Crossfire comes away every day, Mondays through Fridays at about 4 to 6 p.m. on this radio. We are to analyze the issue, talk about the issues here as it happens. So now we have as our guest from the Change for Adventure and Youth in collaboration with partners, the Handfield Church of Christ, Grace Bible Church, and the Open Door Chapel. These are all they are all collaborative. So they are here as our guest, Mr. Henderson is the executive director. He is Navy First Class Petty Officer. He is executive director of this organization, and Mr. Emmanuel George Sapalucia is the board chair of the USA, and he is you have MHA, BSc, MLS. We're going to ask. I'm going to ask him what all of this means, or this abbreviation, MHA. So they are now live from the United States of America. We're going to be talking about the COVID package they have for people back home. And we'll be talking about issues as it relates to the CLC, what CLC is all about, what are the missions, what are they focusing on, what prompted them to bring on or to establish this group here. So
Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. They may have internet problem. So he said Nora is black. So hopefully he can unblock Nora. Yeah, he have an internet problem.
But his last segment was good. He didn't have internet problem.
Yeah, he have a couple of them, not much. He will come back on. Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason on the headphone just went off. So
yeah, but I can hear you though.
Yeah, I'm talking about outside because sometimes I don't want somebody walk in the office.
Yeah, this is not good, man.
Maybe he need to log off and come back on. Yes, I don't know.
Yeah. Man, it took a while.
But he leave. He's the host. I think we all have to leave. We'll have to log out and come back in.
No, I think he'll come back.
He's the host. But once you log out, nobody got one. I don't know unless his name is different. But normally when you log out, we should log out and then come back in.
I give a few seconds. So we'll get the charge, man. Let it over, man. Let what to the man. Let's take over, man. The man back on. Samuel will almost talk about your radio station, man.
Okay, welcome back now to the show. All set to go now. Let me see. Hello, Mr. Henderson.
Yeah, hello, Samuel. First thing first, my secretary, Nora, said you have to unblock her. You got to unblock her and unmute her as well. Nora.
We're trying to have to some technical issue here that we're trying to address quickly. So we're trying to do some adjustment with our technical issue here. We're trying to adjust quickly. Okay, Mr. Dana, are you hearing me, Anderson?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm just telling you that you need to unblock my
Hello, you hearing me?
secretary. I can hear
Don't know
you
what's
loud.
happening. We're working now, so let's see. You can call people join you back. Is your mic mute?
I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you. I'm hearing you loud and clear, Samuel.
Mine says only the host can speak. Ah, there you go. Now you can speak.
How you doing?
So they were driving in America.
That's right.
Why he's not hearing us? Or we,
He having some technical problem. He's gonna do some adjustment.
How is that?
Gonna do some adjustment. I say he wants someone to sing for Josiah. He gonna play or to play, not to sing, but to play for Josiah.
Okay. Gentlemen, welcome to Fire on Brush FM 94.7. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
thank you so much for having us.
Okay, we have the Secretary General of COCWA and Ms. Lori Nimne and Barnes Daniel Hennessy. He is the Executive Director as well as Mr. Imari Sapurisha is the board chair of the USA chapter. Let's go to Mr. Daniel, who is the founder of this organization. What prompted you to fund CLCY, Change for Liberia Youth?
Well, first of all, Samuel Kamara, thank you for having us this evening in Liberia, this afternoon here in the States. As you regularly say, I am B. Daniel Henderson, CSU Executive Director and founder. So to go straight to your question, what moved me to establish the organization is love for country. You know, I've been in the country for over 20 years, coming back home, seeing people suffering. So I decided to establish something that we can all put together as Liberian in America. I we can do, something on a larger scale in Liberia.
Okay, it's a passion for love for people. Let's look at your vision. What is the vision of this organization?
Well, our vision is simple: is to empower people. We see the youth of Liberia as not having the full support and the full capacity to compete at the level of other children in and around the world. So our vision is to empower the underprivileged youth in Liberia to get quality education.
Okay. Okay, let leave you a little bit and come to the chairman of the board of USF chapter. Let's get your side of this whole story. What motivated you to have joined this organization?
Well, thank you, Mr. Kamara. First of all, I'm Emmanuel G. Sapus here. And, Daniel and I go way back. We've been knowing one another for now pretty close to 15 years, I think, or more. And he and I, like all many Liberians out here, have been, caring for our family members, friends, relatives, and so forth. And when he approached me a few years ago regarding what he was doing in Liberia, and he thought about CLCY, I said, well, I'm doing similar thing on a personal level. So why not make it big so that we can help more people and people who we do not know, people who don't know us, and that's our way of giving back to our country. And as human beings, you might believe if you came from somewhere the best thing you can do for that area you came from is to give back, right? And especially a country like Liberia, where most of us say we are Christians. Well, that's what the person who heading or who became the pioneer of Christianity, Jesus Christ. That's what he did. He helped people. So if we are his followers, we should intend to do the same thing. So that motivated me, knowing that we're going to help people who do not have. Because I know some years back, I was called, or maybe somebody said, this guy is good for nothing. He's not going to become anybody, right? And somebody stood up and said, look, Emmanuel, I can help you to become somebody. So if he is coming in with the same idea that I have and want to make somebody who has or who have been told they can be nobody, have been forgotten, right? We think our efforts can make that person somebody, so that that person can be given the hope that Christ gave every one of us, to so that for that person to have a vision and say, look, you know what, I can become a minister, I can become a president, I can become anybody in Liberia. And that is what motivated us to be part of CLCY.
Okay, that's good. That's about being part of CSUI. Now let's go to I guess the Secretary General of CSUI USA chapter, Miss Laura Nimne. Let's look at your motivation. What motivated you to join Mr. Henderson in this endeavor?
Yeah, good afternoon, and thank you so much, Mr. Kamara, for having us on today. As both of them have said, Daniel and Emmanuel, this is just our way of saying that we are so grateful for where we are, looking back at where we came from. For me, I did not even have the opportunity to live with my own family in order to become somebody. I had to stay from one house to the other house, from one family to another family, just so I could have access to school. And I did that until I was finished with high school. And so just to be able to join forces with another group of people who feel that because they have succeeded in one way or the other, whether they have this much, they have a little bit more than they had before. And today we see children who are in the same situation as we were. And also, they don't have, some of them do not have parents. That's even worse than being poor. No parents, nobody to help you to do anything. So when Mr. Henderson went back to Liberia one year, I think it was 2006, he only went to visit his family. And before you knew it, he had pictures of over 500 children who were barefooted, who could not afford to eat, who had nobody to care for them. This man came back with such fire. I said fire, which is more than passion in his heart. And he said, we've got to help our youth. They are suffering, they are dying, they are without education, they are without help. What can we do? His heart, with my heart, we just decided to put in action what the word LOVE. So CLCY is all about love in action.
Amen.
So I am so grateful to be a part of it. And thank you for asking, Mr. Kamara.
Okay, thank love in action. So we're going to see love. We've been seeing love in action. Then look at, you say you have to look your focal point here is children and youth. What basically are your programs towards children and youth?
All right. Yeah, let me get it started. Then Nora and Manuel will follow as well. So for us, our primary goal is education.
Okay.
We want to empower a new generation of Liberians who will be qualified to speak with boldness, to stay on the world stage and say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, know their right, and don't be led by someone that don't know what he or she is saying. So we are investing in education. We have scholarship for our young folks. We get financial aid because everybody is not a scholar, but they want to go to school. So we have financial aid. And we also have, I'm just laying out there, the guy will explain more. So we also have our Christian mentorship where we help these children to know the Bible. Because you can have all the education in the world. If you don't know Jesus Christ, it's nothing. So we put Jesus Christ in the center of our organization.
Okay, let's hear from you, Mr. Sapolusha.
Yes, or like my brother rightly said, you see, in we as Christians, if you go back in the Bible, it tells us that his children, if they lack knowledge, they will perish. So a society, a nation, a country without knowledge, they perish. Now, our dream, like he said, education. If you look at Liberia today, I mean, I think the UNICEF statistics says about 85 to 90% of our people are illiterate, right? We are in the 21st century. What the best way to do it? I mean, I know we all went through the war, right? And after the war, we had a lot of parents that were killed. The kids are left without education. Some of these people, if we had not stepped in, would not have the opportunity to enter the classroom. And if they did, they might not be motivated. And that is why I see us who have not just taken up the opportunity to send them to school, but also we try to provide some incentives, right, to encourage the parents to send their kids to school, to see the need that education is the way out. Like I'm sitting here, I came from Baila, a town closer to Nima County. And nobody in their world thought that Emmanuel would be sitting talking to you on live video stream, because that was not there. I personally was told one day, I remember back in the 1990s, somebody told me you would be nothing, right? I didn't take that as a discouragement. I took it as a challenge. And I challenge that. And I hope as we come together to help these kids and talk to them, mentor them in whatever way we are doing, whether it's Christian, vocational, or regular education or formal education, I hope they will keep in the back of their mind that those words that were said to them, that you become nothing because your parents is not there, you become nothing because you have no father or mother. I hope as we speak to them and share our experiences with them, they will understand that no matter where they came from, they can reach at the highest level in society.
Okay, just 1 minute to Madam Nimne.
Amen. I am so glad that we have this chance to talk. Emmanuel said it in such an elegant way, that he took it as a challenge when somebody had mentioned to him that he would become nothing. This afternoon, I was talking to Daniel, and he said something, and I said, you remember what Jesus said about the very stone that was rejected has become the cornerstone.
Amen.
I mean, we're talking about people, these three people that you're talking to today, we're talking about people who had no chance to any good thing in life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Shangbalai, and I'm sure some of you more of you don't even know where Shangbalai is. And I love to say it, and I love to tell you about my background, that I'm from Shangbalai, I'm a Pele woman, and that I had no chance to anything as far as education is concerned. But somebody believed in me. And just like Emmanuel, I was determined that I was going to become somebody.
Amen.
And so every chance I got, every help that I got, I utilized it to the maximum. Okay. If you were somebody who knew A is different from B, and you told me, Nora, A is different from B, I took you seriously and I learned it. And I think Emmanuel's message is going further than just this radio station. He wants the youth of Liberia, just like I too want the youth of Liberia to believe that it is possible. It is possible to make a difference. And Daniel had talked about our CMP, which is the Christian mentoring program that we have. We are not just trying to give you food to eat. We are also trying to teach you how to fish. And fishing has to do with, first of all, believing that God loves you and he wants to see you in a different state. And so with Christian mentorship, with the scholarship program, with giving of alms, meaning whenever there is a problem, CLCY tries to come in, like what we're going to be doing this Friday, to just give to people who are in need of a little bit of something to eat. And so we are so glad that we can be a part of such a big thing.
Amen.
To just touch the heart of other people. Education, food, and Christian mentorship. So we are very, 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 very grateful to God for using us in this way.
Thank you so much. Mr. Hennessy, let's talk about the issue of scholarship, because people are listening. They want to know how you carry your vetting process of scholarship. Is the scholarship still going on? How many students you have on your scholarship? Where do you get your support from? How you say you talk about aid and scholarship? What are they? You know, how does it work?
Okay, good question, Samuel. So I will come in again, Emmanuel, and say no, I can chip in because we are team. You know, I don't want to take everything away. So the first thing we do is we have a team in Liberia. We have our we are well established in Liberia as a non-profit organization, and we have our leadership starting with Mr. Jacob B. Joa and Mr. Labla. Mr. Labla is the chairman on education. So we have an education committee where we collect application via email. Also, you can drop it up at our sub office. Our sub office is in Colocra Factory, right opposite Colocra Factory. But right now, we're not accepting application right at the moment. But if you follow us, tomorrow we'll have the chairman on education online, and we already empower him that will be giving away 5 scholarships for the next academic year. So currently we have 21 students. We will be adding 5 more for the next academic year. All right, but right now we don't have a set date of when will be the next open door to apply. So we'll have the chairman. I don't want to take the power away from him, because I give it to him. So he will be announcing the window of opportunity to apply for scholarship. And our scholarship only run from 1st grade to, I would say, 10th grade. We don't do college, only grade school. Emmanuel,
Are there plans for college?
No college for now.
Are there plans?
Yes. We have sponsorship. So if you have a sponsor in the United States and they sponsor you from 1st grade all the way to 12th grade, you graduate and you keep that grades. Your sponsor say they want to sponsor you, because our program is a sponsorship program. We don't stop you from being sponsored by a sponsor through us, through college. But we as an organization at this time, we are focusing on the children and youth. And we want to
so what is that you found, if you get a child in Liberia, you found sponsor for them in America?
Yes, we found sponsor for them.
Okay.
But not everybody is sponsor right now, because we still trying to find more sponsors.
So you talk about aid. So what are all the benefits that the scholarship student get from the scholarship?
You want for Maya to come in for I will go to the other benefits. They might come in.
All right, no problem.
So for the education area, we'll talk about financial aid. Like for example, in the United States, we have financial aid and scholarships, and it's the same kind of ideology we try to sell to Liberia. Now, the word scholarship, I know sometimes is missed in my view, and especially being in the classroom, is misused. Unfortunately,
I think we are losing Mr. Shaw there.
Yeah.
We are losing. Yeah. So
I'll just pick it up from what you were trying to say. So we have 2 categories of students. We get a scholarship department, and we get the financial aid department. They are one department, but they are split in half. Scholars are very smart. For example, one of our scholars we have on our program is Josilia Colley. Little Josilia Colley from Banga, Bon County. If you follow that little girl, she had met with the former president. She been on BBC Africa. She been all over because she's a scholar. She's outstanding. And we got financial aid. People that get 70, 75, they like call it working state. But they have determined. But they can be 85, 90, 98. So we draw the line between 80 to 85. to be a scholar. They on current standard in Nigeria now, because before then scholar,
Yeah, I don't know.
it came out.
I don't know what happened over there.
Yeah, that's what I said. That way, but yeah, go ahead. Where you stop from? Continue.
Yeah, so like I said, scholarship I think is being misappropriated or misdirected in my view, because the word scholarship comes from scholars. That means smart people, right? So I think instead of us saying the Bon County scholarship or the Nima County scholarship, it should be financial aid, because not everybody can be scholars. I mean, that's just the reality. But if we say we're providing financial aid to those people, I think it would be better to set up a committee like what they do in the House. Instead of saying the representative scholarship or county scholarship, it should be county financial aid, where they're giving aid to people, whether they are bright or not, because that's an opportunity for them to go to school. And that's what CLCY is doing. Our main focus is on financial aid, because you don't expect a less fortunate who cannot find food to eat and have a lot of problems they have to worry about to tell you they're going to be very smart. Not that they're not smart as an individual, but at the condition they're in, it's difficult for them to focus. Therefore, you can't tell them say you're going to be a scholar. Not that you're taking anything from them. So we provide that means for those people who are unfortunate to have a better way, to have a place in society, right? And that's where financial aid comes in. Scholarships are earned, right? Financial aid are not earned. Scholarships are earned. And when I say it's being misassigned or misappropriated, that's what I mean. Because before you become a scholar, like I know when I was in high school and when I was in college here, scholarship, you have to be a B plus average student. Your GPA has to be at least scholarship, right? But not everybody will be awarded scholarship, and that way our scholarship program is directed at.
So you mean those students you are supporting, you are giving them financial aid, and then as well as you school them, send them to school, and then give them something at the end of the month.
Yes, and let's just clarify this, because our financial aid is intended for underprivileged children. That is parents who do not have parents, and if they do have parents, their parents cannot afford. Those are the people who we are granting our financial aid to.
Okay. I was about to go there. So who are those? What are your targets? I was just about to ask you about your target, but you say those parents who cannot afford about the senior children. But so why if I can so those who can afford you're not after them?
Well, they already have opportunity, right? We're trying to provide opportunity for people who have been neglected, people who have no choice, no options. They are not being given other options. So we're trying to provide them that option. And even our scholarship program is also geared towards that. However, the only exception is, for example, if I see a young kid in Carisburg, in Montserrat, Bon County, wherever, and say, look, I see that kid, he's smart, I want to bring him on CLCY and sponsor him. That's an exception. But 99% of our program is targeting underprivileged children, people who cannot afford, who do not have the means to go to school. We want to provide them that platform where they can be part of society and be able to contribute to the community.
So how do you go about doing your vetting? Do you just pass in the community, or the person don't have a support? How do you go on collecting these students?
We have a vetting process in Liberia that is placed through our education chairman, who is Mr. Labla. There we have criteria set, and they have the forms that they will give to people, and people in the communities can also recommend if they see that, and they will go through a vetting process to make sure that this individual don't have the parents or whatever they're talking about. And I wish we could give you. I wish you had a picture of Richie, the very first child that we started sponsoring. When we met him, I think 2017. And when I saw him, tears came down my eyes. And I told Daniel, look, that's our first student. And that's how, from him, we decided to surround our program around an individual like that. Somebody who parents is single mother, cannot afford to do anything for her child. You see him, you know that he's dejected, right? But today, if you see Richard, I think you have seen Richard before. If you see Richard today, he has transformed from being Mr. Nobody in society to somebody who now has a vision. So we're trying to give vision and hope to those people who feel that they don't have vision.
Okay, you talk about form, giving out form. People want to hear, say form. Do people have to who want to apply for the college scholarship? Do they have to buy the form, or the form is free of charge?
Absolutely not. We're not generating any money from our processes we do in Liberia. It's free of charge, and that's what makes it more rigorous, I would say, because we want to make sure that if an individual says he or she cannot send a child to school, somebody in our community go do background check, even though it's somewhat in low level, but we do somewhat background check to make sure that that individual cannot afford to send their child to school, and they want us to shoulder that burden.
Okay, let's talk about the upcoming program for Friday, and also to get your COVID message. You want to say something else?
Yeah. Before you go there, you ask for other benefit of CSU are provide, because we don't just provide scholarship.
Okay,
we do more than scholarship. So if you just
All
need the sound of our voice, CLCY is like a family. So when you are a student of CLCY, we give you a monthly allowance. And before then, it was around $10. But since the COVID-19 came, we stepped in to provide the other assistance like food and other items. So now we call it down to $5 for people that are attending the Christian mentorship. But welcome back, Nora. So CSU provide the full tuition. We provide 2 sets of uniforms. We provide shoes, and we provide transportation. If you did far away from the school, because you go to any school of your choice, we don't choose the school for you. So the student going to choose the school that are near them. But if you far away from the school, then we step in and compensate.
Okay. Then let's talk about your upcoming program Friday. The upcoming program, and what are your COVID messages, or what is your COVID message to Liberian?
Emmanuel, you can take that.
So, for the COVID-19 process, we the government have extended. I would say, the government have extended an invitation for, I think, the entire world to come in and help, which every country, especially third world countries, are doing. Now, who the best person to start the process? The children of that nation. And I see a lot of other people are coming in. We don't have much. We're not millionaires. We're not rich. We are scraping at the bottom of our pockets to do these things, and we're asking our neighbors, we're asking our friends to come in. And as you mentioned at the beginning of the show, you name 3 or churches that we partnering with, right? We ask these people, and they're not rich people. They're taking from here and there, putting together to prepare this package for our people. Now, the government have put a measure in place that says stay home. We know it's difficult in Liberia at this time where country where people do not buy food in bulk, right? In Liberia, nobody buy food in bulk to say, okay, I have a refrigerator, I'm going to keep my food in there for 1 month, 2 months until lockdown is over. So what can we do? Right?
There's no lockdown yet in Liberia.
Okay, but some limitation, right?
Yeah.
The limitation of being, and to try to prevent the measure of being exposed to the COVID-19. I hear, if I may, I suffered the COVID-19, right? It came into my house. I mean, it treated me bad. I didn't go to hospital, but at least I knew somebody medicating or treatment to take, which I did. So we want our people to avoid as much as they can the crowded areas. And that is why we're putting this package together. So we're providing food so that at least if it is 2-3 days, it will help them. They should stay away from the crowded area. Whatever time it will, at least those 2-3, those are chances of them not getting the COVID vaccine, right? If they stay home 5 days, 7 days, that they're not going to the market to look for food. Well, it's a chance that they're missing somebody who have been exposed to the COVID-19 to infect them. So we provided them food, we provided them some accessories. We're trying to also, we are including mask wearing too. So we're going to include masks in there to help with preventive measure. And the mask we're introducing to them is the same mask that I use here. I use cloth masks where I can take home and watch. For me, I have multiple, but for them, they don't have. But at least when we provide a cloth mask, in the day you use it, in the evening you go home, you wash it, and you hang it up. And I strongly appeal to the Liberian people. One of the best way to not get the virus is by wearing your mask. And I can tell you this from a scientific background, that if 99% of Liberians wear masks, I can tell you your COVID rate will drop to about less than 5% people will be affected from COVID-19, right? So we are doing this to help them at least find some mitigating preventive measure when it comes to COVID-19 spread.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Nora is busy right now. She's talking. So yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the program for Friday.
Program.
Yeah, the program for Friday. So this will be because this is our second time in intervening to help our people in terms of COVID. The first outbreak, we spent about close to $4,000 to $3,775 easy. So we bought rice, we bought oil, and we gave care to people as well. Now, during the first wave of COVID, we had 3 locations that we did that work. We did it in Coca Factory, to our sub office. We did it in Caribsburg, in Banga. But this time now, we decided to do it even to double our effort. Okay, so we are doubling our effort. So on Friday, and again, this is not for the general public. If you listen to my voice, I'm sorry. This is not for, we cannot feed the whole Liberia. I wish I could, but I'm not Bill Gates, you know. But we have a database of people, about up to 400 people that will be giving them rice. So we are purchasing 300 bags of rice because some people get cash. Because if you go wake your to get rice from there, to go to Douala or to go to Banga, you pay more money. So some people be getting envelope, and that envelope will have money there for you to buy your rice. But people in the Caribsburg area, in the Fender area, in the Bensonville, people in the Mount Parkland area, they'll be receiving physical rice. So we are buying about 300 bags of rice to distribute on our people in that local area, that local geographical area. And
so how will you know that those if people come around? How will you know that you are not part? They are not part of the number you want, or the people
we have their name on in our database. We went around. Our team went around and found, for example, we have the Hope in Cry Orphanage Home. So we have an orphanage home as a partner. So we're giving them right up my hair, I'll say 10 bags, right? Then we have the Caribsburg youth, the soccer team. We are putting aside rights for them. So we have that group on our list. Or the Caribsburg men soccer team. We have the whole Caribsburg clinic. The clinic, all the staff, everybody get rights because they are right there. So we take names of strategic people in the Caribsburg, Bensonville, Mount area. And we get people from Banga that will be coming there to receive money to go back to Banga and buy their rice over there. Because no one for you to come to Caribsburg and take 5 or 10 bags of rice on the car, it will cost you more. You understand? So we are cutting down traffic because right now, I understand in Liberia, it's very expensive to travel right now. So we're cutting down traffic. And we're trying to save our people's life and to stay home. So only people are going to Caribsburg on Friday will be people that have their name already on the list. And if you have your name on the list, you'll be informed that your name on the list. Come and get your rice.
Okay, come and get the rice. Those that are part of the list. So they are targeted people that would be that are expected to benefit from this kind gesture of the CLCY. Let's look at the amount you will be spending there. The change, the little money you're giving out to buy extra rice, and then the quantity of the rice. How much we will put it to expensive or total?
Okay, so the over $1 million labor, because it's about 8,000 United States dollars. So if you do your 8,000 USD, 8,000. Matter of fact, I just received a text message from a treasurer that he had just sent the money to Liberia. So he just saying the email, and he went to the bank. The money has been sent to Liberia as we speak right now. I just received the confirmation. So our team, it will take 24 hours to get there because it's bank to bank. So it'll be there by let's say Thursday. So we are ready to feed our people. It's all about giving back to our people. So Nora, you can add to it, Nora.
Let's talk. What to go to Miss Nimne. I want to know the strength of your officials or volunteers. No, how's it like? How do people want somebody listen and they want to join CLCY? Can somebody join CLCY? Is CLCY open to be joined, or what is your and what's the strength of your membership?
So,
Yeah.
and this is something I have been driving home from the beginning or from the inception of CLCY. It's a volunteer program. Nobody's getting paid
Okay.
because Liberian, it's unfortunate that we always think everywhere we go we must chop. All right, I want chop everywhere I go. No, CLCY is training us to have love for country, to have love for our community. Because, and I tell people this, when I was in Liberia, I used to volunteer, right? I volunteered to go back home to teach my people in Baila. I volunteered in the community that I live in the Freeport area. Nobody paid me. It is difficult to find that in Liberia. We need to introduce, and that's one of the key factors CLCY is trying to introduce to Liberia, for people to be in the mentality of volunteering for their communities without expecting a dime. So those that are with CLCY, 99.9% is voluntary. We don't give anybody cash and say this is your pay, this is your pay. No. So if anybody wants to come to CLCY, you are 100% welcome. However, just know that you're not going to get paid. You're going to volunteer your service from the bottom of your heart to share love for your country. And I believe when you do that and you share your sweat to help anything to build up, especially you're not getting paid for it, you want that thing to be successful. That's the message we're trying to drive home. Now, once you volunteer for it and nobody is paying you, you're not doing it for money, you're doing it out of love. When it's built, you won't want it to be destroyed.
Yeah,
Okay,
one second. Yeah, go no account in. Let me just add to what the chairman just said. Right, this is important. So when you join CLCY, right now we're not here to get membership. Right, we have enough volunteers right now.
You're talking about John, is CLCY open to receive volunteers?
Now, right now, we have a team in country. So we didn't come here today to open the CLCY up for everybody. Okay, we have a local team. Our leader in Liberia is Mr. Jacob B. Joa. All right. So you can find us on the internet. You can find us on www.ulclcy.org. So again,
just go again.
www.ulclcy, the U for US and L for Liberia, CLCY.org. Yeah, .org. If you go there, there's a form you can fill up. Okay, if you do that, then you'll reach out to us and we'll get back to you. Because if you join CLCY, you are family. You understand? You become family. So whenever you join a family, you don't come there because you want to suck for everybody, but you come there to make the difference. So if you come to CLCY to make the difference, go on our website. Check it out. We are also on Facebook. You can find CLCY at ULCLCY Liberia. The two words ULCLCY space Liberia. You can find us on Facebook. You can follow us. You can become a friend to us. Okay, so we are on the social media. You can find us.
Okay. The Secretary General of the USA chapter has left the line. Let's talk about your future programs. Are there programs or are there plans in the future apart from this coming up event? Are there plans in the future that you are promising to accomplish?
Yes, we have our short-term, medium, and long-term goal. Immediately is what we're doing. Our short-term goal is what we're doing, sending our kids to school and providing for them. Our medium goal, which we have already started working on, is to buy a land, which we have purchased. We purchased 5 acres of land in Kirisburg, and we have introduced another thing to our community that is self-sufficient. And if those are following us know that we've started an agriculture project where we empower, right? If you follow that, we empower people in the Kirisburg area to go and work on that farm. And when they go there, we pay them, right? But our long-term goal is actually to build vocational institutions. And the premise that align with that is is compared to the United States of America. And this is something that I thought that our country should have learned from a while back. After the Civil War, in the United States, the first thing America decided to do was to invest heavily in vocational education. We believe at CLCY that if we evolve,
Okay. Emmanuel is at work.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm back. So if we involve our people into vocational education, right? I'm in the medical field. I can't go and build mansions or build anything. The accountants, the lawyers, the legislature, they didn't do that. But the people that can do that are carpenters, masoners, electricians. Those are people that develop a country, right? So if we as CSU have decided to invest in the long-term goal to build a vocational school where we train Liberians to build their own country. Because if you look, I went to Liberia 2017. I saw a Filipino guy sitting in a tractor doing nothing. Why Liberians were struggling and getting paid less. But if we are trained in those vocational sectors, our people can go there and build our country instead of waiting for other people to come from outside to come in and do exactly what they can do. Instead of waiting for them to come and build roads for them, our citizens will be doing it, right? You don't need somebody to come from China to do that for you. You don't need somebody to come from outside to do that for you. You can already do it yourself. And that's why CLC have decided to invest in vocational education so that we ourselves can be involved in building our country. If we can be the pioneer for that and other people follow, so be it. But that's what we want to do.
Okay, so that's your plan for the future and how you hope to achieve. So, come Friday, we expected to give out 8,000 and a total of 8,000 inexpensive
USD
to Liberian people. USD. I know it's not Liberian, to the Liberian people, most especially. So let's look at your targets. Who are you targeting? And less privileges looking at?
All right, good question though. So I believe the money that we gave in, people would think that, oh yeah, when you give that a month, that means you get more. Okay, what we gave is from our heart, from our table to our Liberian brother and sister table. All right, and we also have churches that supported us as well. As you rightly said from the beginning, we had the Hemfield Church of Christ. They very supported us. We have the Grace Bible Church, and they are helping us as well. And we have the Open Door Chapel. So these are people that don't even know Liberia, okay, beside us. All right. So we chip in our own money, okay. And I know your question was, what is our target?
Yeah.
Okay, our target is the target is simple. You got to start with your own Jerusalem. Our target is our volunteers. Okay, our volunteer. We don't want them go give away food and they come home, they get nothing. So the volunteer are gonna get gift from us. We'll get an envelope. I can tell you the amount because it's privacy, but we get an envelope, and that envelope has something there for their 26 and also for food, so they can stay from the street. Because every day, Liberian people wake up, about 85% of Liberian people, they get out to go out to look for food. 85%. Only 15% go to work at the capital and go steal that Liberian people money. How they do that? So we are targeting our volunteers, our students, and their guardians and parents. We're targeting Hope in Christ Orphanage Home. We're targeting clinics in the Caribbean area. We're targeting widows. We're targeting the youth of I would say Caribbean, because if you realize most of the things about Caribbean, right? Because we got to start from somewhere. But we also have people from background coming there to receive their envelope from us as well. So those are our target. You might get an eye on it by letting it out.
What are the counties of Liberia that you are stationed? Do you have other students in other countries you are sponsoring apart from Maserado?
Yeah, so we have Maserado. Most of our students are in Maserado. We have Mangibi and Bon County. By the way, we are Pele. Most of our year we are Pele people. And I'm not going to Kumoniju.
So, like D just said, those are our main target, are our people. I mean, Pele say before the fire can burn further, it got to burn under your full first. So we got to take care of our people. But like he said, right, we have to do what we can do to benefit our people, right, to help our people. And I think we are on that path, and we know greater things are coming. We are going to do great in Liberia. CLCY, we just started, right? I think we're 3 years old, and we're already doing greater than a lot of people that have been existing for more than 20 years. Yes. We got great things coming.
Yeah, and moreover, before Samuel come back on Samuel, one thing I like about our organization, we are very diverse. Even though I say we are better people, but we are very diverse. We get people from all over Liberia, so we're not just better people organization. This is everybody from Liberia. We are here, and we are also Caucasian that supporting us. Matter of fact, our treasurer, he's a white man. Okay, he's a police officer. I pray one day I bring to Liberia and
Let's go through the line and take few calls. Then, if we can go, we have another time. We just have 8 more minutes on this program. We'll come back to continue the program. So we hope to take calls now. Take few calls, either 1 or 2 calls. Will come back. 0776 360 0776 360 979 0776 360 979, or better still 0886 585 0886585392 are the numbers you can call and be part of the second and final segment of the show. We have as guests we have Mr. Daniel Hennessy. He is the Executive Director of CLCY, and Mr. Emmanuel Sapulisha. He is the board chair on in the United States of America. They are all here from CLCY. CLCY is the Change for Liberian Children and Youth organization, and their aim is to give back to their country and focusing on the privileged children, those children who
are not good. Internet, Liberia.
Well, I think
orphanages and all of those who cannot. Okay, so keep your calls coming. Let's see your call. You have any question? You want to ask about how to join? You want to ask about how this culture is like? You want to ask for this? Why it takes to get a system? Whatever question you want to ask, they are open. You can ask if they need it. They will respond to your question. Beginning us at 0776 360 979 0776 360 979 or 0886 585392. Let's go to the phone line to this question here. Hello.
Hello.
Your name are you calling from?
What's
your name? Call from where? Let's hear you, my brother.
Yes, I want to ask, how can I join the organization? Scholarship.
Okay, keep listening. How can you join the organization and how can you obtain the scholarship, right?
Yes.
Okay, keep listening. We'll go back to them for the response. 0776 360 979 0776 360 979 or 0886 585392. Good evening.
Hello.
Your name are you calling from?
My name is Washington Maria, calling from Portland.
Portland, let's hear you.
Okay, my question to our brothers in the United States has to do with if a child on a program in Liberia wherein a child having to win DV, what would the sponsors from America do when it comes to the affidavit wherein they have no one there but just want a DV?
Okay. I hope you're getting the question right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so call 0776 360 979 0776 360 979 0886 585392 0886 585392. These are the numbers you can call and then be live. That's what we'll squeeze one more call. We are strictly one all the time. Just one call, we squeeze it in. Then we'll go back to our guest to respond to your question and then wrap up on this program. The program you're listening to is Crossfire. On this program, we cross-coordinate ideas. We go for the facts, we go for the truth, for not perception. We avoid personalities and go for the issue on this platform. We don't say nothing else but the truth on this platform here. We see it as we talk it as we see it. So we see it as we talk it as well. So I'm Samuel Prosperous Kamara is Crossfire. So we anticipating one more call, then we go back to our guest. But as we wait the one call, they'll go back to our guest. We have 4 minutes left, and then they can wrap up. So you heard the callers, and now what? Okay, let's read the call in. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm okay. And you might call for quickly, 1 minute.
I'm James B. Kamara calling from the country.
Hey, let's hear you, James.
Yeah, my question is this. How can I get my child connect to this program?
How can you get a child connected to CSUR?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Oksana. That's our last caller here. We get so let's go quickly now. We went out of time. We have 3 minutes left on the show. Let's go. Respond to the callers quickly in 1 minute time.
Well, I know I got two of the questions, but the first guy said, how can he obtain a scholarship? Well, most of the people that are on our scholarship were already in the program and identified as scholars, and we give them the scholarship. That's how they got the scholarship. And if you want to enter as a volunteer, you go on our website, www.ulclcy.org. You have a form there, you fill that out, and our team in Liberia will get connected to you. And this guy said, how can he get his child connected to the association, to the organization? Well, the best way is for us to go through our education. Most of the time, we don't just receive scholarship. People will go send our people in the community to vet students. But if you do really want to get your student with CLCY, you can also go on our website, contact us, and then we'll send people in your vicinity to vet your student and see if they really need the scholarship. I didn't get the second question, so maybe Daniel can answer that.
I think he's saying if a child is on CLCY or whatever.
I got it. So the question was, if my child is on the program and the child win the TV, but they have no way to get to the state.
Oh.
And how would that child come? It depends. Okay, it depends. The child sponsor here decide to send him or her affidavit of support. Okay, so that's a different topic, my brother. It depends on the situation. But we are here to help in a way possible, but it depends on the situation.
Quickly, let's the public know how can they get to you directly? How can the public find you directly? Where are your offices located in Liberia, or your numbers be looking? How can they reach out to you?
All right. So as I said, our headquarters is in Carisburg. The St. Stephen, the Fremantle Lutheran Church has our headquarters, but most of our team they are mobile, right? So because we're not sitting in the office, we look for people to come to us. So to get to us, the best way is through our Facebook, ULCLCY Liberia, or our website. Again, ulclcy.org. That's the way to get us quicker. We also have a sub office at Coca Factory. Okay, so if you get to us, then we can arrange somebody to meet you at the office. But only by appointment. So office hour is by appointment only.
Lastly, from my end, are you open to open the scholarship? People, are you open?
Like I said,
they want to help you, the organization. Are you open?
Tomorrow we'll have the education chairman online on Spoon tomorrow at 4 o'clock local time on the cruise control. So if you want to get more from our education portion from the next opportunity for scholarship, come tomorrow on the Spoon cruise control with Mr. Raw, and you'll get more information from us.
Okay, let's move to Mr. Sepulusha. What's your final comment on this program?
Well, I want to say, first of all, thank you, and thank you to your listeners for giving us the platform. We really appreciate it, because another way that we can reach out there. And I know from the beginning of the program, you said what all those acronyms at the end of my name stands for. Well, the MHA is a Master in Healthcare Administration. I have a Master's in Healthcare Administration. Well, BSc is just Bachelor of Science, and the MLS is Medical Laboratory Science.
Okay, all right. So finally, for end, Mr. Henderson.
Yes, for me, I'm just a servant. I love my country, and I love this country, America. So I'm serving in the United States Navy. I've been in there for 16 years now, going closer to retirement. And I've been one funny thing about me. I've been in America for 21 years, and I come abroad almost every year. Besides the COVID-19 that's trying to stop me this year, but I love to come back home to see my people to eat some cassava rice. No, Tamagi is good. I can have my stomach. I like GB though. I like GB. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you for having us, man. We'll talk to you offline. Thank you so much. Hey, man, the man froze, man.
Oh,
we'll talk to you offline.
So, thanks so much for thanks so much for joining.
Yeah, thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. All right.
Okay, that's a voice. That was the voices of Mr. Daniel Singh, Mr. Daniel Henderson. He is executive director of CY, and that of Mr. Emmanuel Sapolisha. He's the board chair on in the United States of America. I don't we had on the Secretary General of this group based in America, Miss Nora Nimne. She was here to early on. But my name is Samuel Prosperous Kamara. I catch you when I catch you tomorrow, same time 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Until then, God bless the nation and save our land. Bye bye.